The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation promotes, preserves, and perpetuates music, culture, and heritage through programs, cultural, educational, and economic activities year-round. Learn more at jazzandheritage.org. This program is brought to you in part by the Eugenie and Joseph Jones Family Foundation, a local foundation proud to support education, the arts, and culture in the greater New Orleans area. The Chicory House Bistro at the Rink offers breakfast and lunch daily. And now a new bar upstairs inside the Garden District Bookshop, 2727 Britannia Street at Washington Avenue. Learn more at therinknola.com. Steppin Out is made possible in part by Susie and Pierre G. Villery.
It happens here each week. We step out and enjoy our region's events and rich culture.
We are proud to support WYES.
Roll camera.
I'm Peggy Scott Laborde, and welcome to Steppin Out, from updates from the local restaurant, arts, and entertainment scene. Thank you, Tim Logman. We love that music. Joining me, Poppy Tucker, host of Louisiana Eats on WWNO Radio. Howdy. Hello. Gwen Tompkins is back with us. We're glad. Host and producer of Music Inside Out, heard on musicinsideout.org. Howdy, too.
Hello. Nice to be here.
Absolutely. We're glad you're here. Alan Smason, editor of the Crescent City Jewish News and TheaterCriticism.com.
Thank you.
And it's been a little while. Ben Karp, president of the New Orleans Friends of Music, celebrating its 70th birthday.
Thank you for having me on.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Poppy, you know, many of those Taylor Swift fans will be looking ahead for the next few weeks, but you have a little bit of a connection.
I think Taylor Swift is following me around. I really mean this. A year ago right now, my husband and I were in Buenos Aires. There was Taylor Swift. In June, we were in Edinburgh, Scotland. There was Taylor Swift. Why do you think she's coming to New Orleans? I think it has something to do with me. But all I know for sure is this town is about to turn into Swifty Central. And this is a phenomenon that I don't think I have ever seen in the hospitality industry or for any other reason. We're going to start off with the Swifty Events with the Eras Balcony Bash that's taking place at Tableau on Saturday, October the 26th from 2 until 5 p.m. It's going to be fabulous overlooking Jackson Square. There'll be a 3-course buffet. Of course, there's going to be Taylor Swift tunes from a DJ, stations with friendship bracelets, glitter, and a backdrop so you can take selfies with Taylor and Kelsey. Now, of course, Brennan's is celebrating, but Brennan's is celebrating all week long. They've basically got things happening Thursday really through Sunday, but Thursday through Saturday is their Bubbles and Bracelets in the Courtyard. There's no charge. You just go. There'll be Brennan's custom bracelets for swapping. And I really liked, every day has like a special event. And on Friday, you can get your lipstick print read by a psychic. Now, that was a whole new one on
That's me too.
Now, we're going to go to the Sublime because, you know, anybody who can really do it up, they do it up at the Windsor Court. And they have a special Enchanting Eras tour package. Sunday, October the 27th, it is available. You can get 4 suite tickets to Sunday's performance, transportation via black car service, premium suite overnight accommodations. There'll be Taylor Swift-themed amenities and custom headpieces, and even Swifty room decor, and a $200 food and beverage credit is included. The price per head with this starts at $15,000.
Oh,
Say that again.
$15,000.
Oh,
now, if that is a little pricey for you and you need a ticket, buy a chance and benefit good cause, Hogs for the Cause. They've got a ticket raffle going on, and the drawing will be next Thursday, October 17th. And the deals on the raffle tickets, well, the tickets start at $100, and then the more tickets you buy, the more reasonable it gets, all the way to 50 chances for $4 grand. Now, no tickets, no way. Well, you can console yourself with some donuts, you know? It's amazing the good things a donut can do for your soul. And I recommend everybody goes over to Paw Paw Donuts. Now, people may be familiar with them, long-time Crescent City farmers market vendors, but now, you know, they do have a bricks and mortar on Pink Street, right off Metairie Road in Old Metairie. They're open Thursday through Sunday, 7 a.m. till 11 a.m., and their gig really is brioche donuts with custom cream fillings like vanilla bean, chocolate cream, and lemon curd. They also have cinnamon rolls, kolaches. They serve breakfast sandwiches. You can get your donuts glazed, cinnamon sugared, or chocolate with sprinkles. And Alex Marsh, the owner, he's got it all going on, and coffee drinks too. So head over to Paw Paws, whether you're going to see Taylor Swift or not.
All right, but we're going to head over to Lafayette Square this weekend, too.
Yes, actually, we're going to talk about the blues because this is the Crescent City Blues Festival that the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation puts on each year. This is where everyone's Jazz Fest dollars are put to work, you know what I mean, at these free festivals. And this one is, of course, about the blues, which are, of course, in the DNA of American popular music. Without the blues, there would be no jazz, no boogie-woogie, no R&B, no rock and roll, you know. And so these songs are really, it's a 125-year tradition or more that's in which the songs are coming from this really visceral storytelling. And they can be sad, and they can be sexy, and they can be funny, and they can be heartbreaking, and they can be delicate ballads, or they could be, you know what I mean, songs where the lyrics are just shouted at you, you know what I mean, and anybody else within earshot. And that's what makes the blues so interesting and why it applies to so many different kinds of musical forms. And so this weekend, it's just going to be a great celebration of that. At the festival, which is going to take place at Lafayette Square, right near Gallier Hall downtown, there are going to be lots of different performers playing all kinds of different blues or on 2 stages. And the reason why you would know that is because Danny Barker, who was like the great New Orleans raconteur, you know, he once described going to see Bessie Smith, and he said, "She just upset you." So, like, if you go downtown and you are upset by what you hear, you're hearing the blues. All right. So there are 2 stages. That's the St. Charles stage and the Camp Street stage, St. Charles Avenue stage and the Camp Street stage. And Marsha Ball and Irma Thomas are going to head off the first night. It's going to be great. It's of course Friday, you know, this weekend. This is now, and then the festival, of course, goes on Saturday and Sunday. But Marsha Ball, as everyone knows, is one of the great piano players. One of the great boogie-woogie artists, one of the great blues singers, one of the great song stylists in this region, and she does a whole range of the blues, and you can dance to her music all night long, fast or slow, but never alone. Then you can also, of course, if you want to, and I think anybody would, want to go see Irma Thomas, who comes on just after she does. And this is a really terrific moment in Irma Thomas's career. I'm not going to say how old she is. Everybody loves to say that. Check Google. But she's coming out with a funk album soon with Galactic. She's been performing some of this music at the Newport Festival this summer, and I'm telling you, this woman can do funk. Also, she's got a gospel album, you know what I mean, coming out. Her longtime producer, Scott Billington, is co-writing a biography of Irma Thomas, and she's just, and of course, you know, she taught the Rolling Stones a thing or two in the spring of this year at Jazz Fest. But she's going to put on a wonderful set, and that's going to bring Friday to a close, and that's going to be at the St. Charles Avenue stage. This year, and this is very important to me and I think to a lot of people in New Orleans, the Crescent City Blues Festival is bringing back its oral history interviews, which are going to take place at Gallier Hall on Saturday and Sunday. And the thing about it is that this is an excellent opportunity to learn something more about the musicians who are making such contributions to our lives and to our culture. And you know, this is a favorite part of Jazz Fest, and you know, and it was a favorite part of the Blues Festival, and now it's come back after several years of not being around. On Saturday, I'm going to be very interested in learning more about Nikki Hill. She is a blues singer. She's from North Carolina, and she tours in the U.S. and in Europe. And there's like a really hard-charging kind of early rock and roll flair to her blues. You know, someone once wrote that if Tina Turner and Little Richard had a baby, it would be Nikki Hill, you know. And I think that's true, actually. She's got this really strong voice and like a caw, not even like a call of a bird, but like a caw of a bird. And she's got real staying power, I think. She's going to be at Gallier Hall for an interview at 2:15 on Saturday, and then directly thereafter it will be her performance on the Camp Street stage. And then also on Saturday, Chris Thomas King, the blues guitarist, will be at the Interview Oral History site at Gallier Hall on Saturday beginning at 3:30. And then he, of course, Christopher Thomas King has had a long and varied career in blues
Brother,
music.
Where Art Thou, right?
Exactly. That's where most of America learned about, most of the world learned about him. And but he's also, you know, I mean, become quite a researcher. And so he put together a book and published it recently on the origins of the blues, which he shifts from Mississippi to Louisiana, which is very interesting, and I think it would be very interesting to hear him talk more about that. You know, Louisiana is an interesting state. It's got a very wide musical vocabulary, but who would have thought that the blues might have started here? And then on Sunday, continuing with the oral history and performance theme, I think James Rivers deserves a good hearing because this man has been around forever. He hails from the jazz, the folk, the R&B tradition. He plays saxophone and harmonica. He even plays the bagpipes, as you all know. He's going to be at Gallier Hall on Sunday at 2:15. It's going to follow that talk with his performance over at the Camp Street stage at 3:15. So I cannot recommend more to you the importance of oral history, because this is in the end what is left of the artist. You know what I mean? That's the legacy of the artist. And so, and given the shortage now of newspapers and other news organizations that cover musicians, you know what I mean, in this country, we need more oral histories. You know, so please go.
Thank you so much. And turning to Ben, once again, congratulations, your organization, the Friends of Music, 70th anniversary. And
70 consecutive years.
70 consecutive years, right. And so Wednesday, big doings at Dixon Hall,
Yes, we're presenting a French Baroque group. It's a quartet on the Wednesday the 16th at 7:30 p.m. at Dixon Hall. Which will be followed by a paid celebration event honoring our 70 years.
All right, well, before we go any further, let's see them in action. And here is an excerpt from one of their performances, performing the music of 17th century composer Andrea Facchianari. Let's look. And as Ben said, Wednesday at 7:30, there is a pre-concert lecture at 6:30, or you could also maybe view it online, thefriendsofmusic.org. But Ben, this is a volunteer organization, isn't it?
Yes, it has been volunteer from the beginning. It actually started by
6 concerts, huh? Through the
lately,
season?
we've been doing 6 concerts, and we've brought in the world's best chamber musicians from 1955 onward, from the Budapest String Quartet, Yo-Yo Ma. And I could go on and on.
Well, if somebody wanted to get involved, as well as, of course, buy tickets.
You could buy tickets. You could go to friendsofmusic.org, and that has a link to a phone number, our social media, and we would love to get more people involved.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And pianist, composer, and all-around good guy, Phil Melasaw has yet another tribute show, this time focusing on the work of composer Harold Arlen. Earlier today, Phil paid us a visit. Phil, once again, you're knocking on the Great American Songbook here, and this time with Harold Arlen. Why Harold Arlen?
Well, he was a wonderful, wonderful composer, of course, and worked with great lyricists. He was a delightful songwriter.
Some big songs that we may know.
Over the Rainbow.
Phew.
One for My Baby. Blues in the Night. Stormy Weather. Just a million of them.
Okay, now who's that guy over there playing the bass?
That's my friend Dave Malachar, who's always
Dave.
hanging about.
Hello, Dave. Now, there's one more chance this Sunday. Tell us about the performance.
Well, the show starts at 7 o'clock. We do it in the back room of Monkey Hill. And it's a beautiful room with the stars above us like the Sanger and balconies and all that other good stuff.
Yeah,
and we have Mary Flynn Thomas and Alden Haggardon. And, of course, my wife Heidi's singing with us.
What a combination. Well, tell us what you're going to play for us tonight.
Oh, tonight we have Blues in the Night.
All right, well, let me get out of the way. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. My mama done told me when I was in deep pants, my mama done told me, son, a woman will sweet talk, give you the big eye. Once that sweet talking's done, a woman's a two-faced, worrisome thing that will leave you to sing the blues in the night. First the rain comes falling, then a train comes calling. Ooh, ooh. Mama done told me, hear that lonesome whistle blowing across the trestle. Ooh, ooh. Mama done told me, hooey that clickety-clack, echoing back with the blues in the night. Evening breeze saws the leaves to falling, and the moon will hide its light when you get the blues in the night. Take my word, the mockingbird will sing the saddest kind of song. He knows things are wrong, and he's right. From Natchez to Mobile, Memphis to St. Joe, wherever you're finding the four winds blow. Well, I've been in some big towns, heard me some big talk, but there's one thing I know, that a woman's a two-faced, worrisome thing, leave you to sing the blues in the night. Yeah, Mama was right, there are blues in the night.
Note the Red Sox. Once again, Sunday evening at the Monkey Hill Cabaret, 504-202-0986. We love Phil and Dave. It was great. Time for our picks, but before that, Alan.
Yeah, it's a shame he doesn't get enough attention, Phil.
No, that's right.
Among many of the many successful plays that are out there, there's a small canon where actors portray many different characters. Think about Fully Committed, The 39 Steps. That's where the actors play dozens of different characters. Well, now playing at Le Petit Theater, there's Murder for Two. It's an ingenious play where one actor plays a dozen characters and the other plays the detective interviewing the suspects for the murder. Okay, so this is directed by Ricky Graham. The key difference here, or should I say the 88 keys difference, is because the entire action of this play is dictated by the actors also playing the piano, which they share on the stage. Murder for Two is a book written by Kellen Blair and Joe Kanosian, with music by Kanosian and lyrics by Blair. Max DeValley plays the detective Marcus Moskowitz, and Mark Shenfish plays all the other characters. So in addition to requiring fine acting skills, details, the two actors also have to have great chops on the piano. And they do. Oftentimes, they're moving around the piano in a highly choreographed fashion, finishing each other's passages, not the words. Blair and Kinosian's book's very funny, but the music by Kinosian and the lyrics by Blair are positively brilliant. Graham's innate sense of comic timing, I think it's so important for this opening overture from Le Petit, a worthy opus and the icing on this comical cake. It's very fast-paced. You're in for a wild ride that takes about 90 minutes from start to finish, and the two are literally playing, lucky for us, 13 different characters, with Dervali investigating the murder suspects and Shenfish portraying all the murder suspects and two others. Shenfish, by his own account, has done this now 150 times. The duet continues at Le Petit now through Sunday, October the 20th. The shows are nightly at 7:30 and on Sunday afternoons at 3 p.m. Now, whether you're a fan of the board game or remember the Paramount picture, the play Clue is based on both, so you don't have to worry about which one you have your allegiance to. Yet another murder mystery. This one is being presented by the Jefferson Performing Arts for one final weekend, directed by Jack Lambert. It's a big cast. It includes 8 leads and 3 ensemble members. While there are a number of very good performances, the standout in this work is Louis de Dawson, who plays
really
the butler Wadsworth. Yes, he is. Candace Moses, Reagan Lincoln, and Kendall Barry play Mrs. White, Mrs. Peacock, and Miss Scarlet, respectively. Earl Ciano is Professor Plum, while Leland Ensminger is Colonel Mustard. Even David Haydell gets in the action as Mr. Body and later as one of the ensemble players. The set is by Olivia Winter. It's a nice set. It requires a lot of moving pieces. Solving the murders takes about 90 minutes with no intermission. And this kind of work is not intended to be taken really too seriously. I recommend you just go out and have a good time enjoying the work as it transports you. They're also doing some great work over at UNO. This is the final weekend for Jen Silverman's dark comedy, The Moors, at UNO. It's a cast of 6 players, and it includes Elizabeth McCoy, who many of us will remember from the recent Tennessee Williams Theater Company's production of A Streetcar Named Desire. She was Stella! So it's set in the Victorian era. The play raises all kinds of questions about feminism and struggles for power within a family. There's even a dog that falls for a moor hen. It's a little bit involved. I don't want to go into it too much. But The Moors by Jen Silverman at the Robert Nims Theater at UNO. And finally, I want to remind you about the NOLA Theater Talk Show. A lot of times people get a chance to see this. It's on the web. I had a delightful conversation with Claudia Baumgarten of Wit and Wrath, The Life and Times of Dorothy Parker, and her director, Diana Shortez. Go check it out if you can. It's online on Facebook, on the NOLA Theater Folk Facebook group, at theatercriticism.com Facebook page, and my own YouTube channel, and I'll tell you more about Dorothy Parker in just a little bit.
Okay, time for our picks. Poppy.
Well, don't wait to get your Swifty party started. Next Saturday, October 19th, Ralph's on the Park is throwing a bejeweled brunch, 10:30 to 2. There's a Era's costume contest, Swifty-style cocktails, shimmering photo op wall, bejewel yourself bar, and the boutique Fina will be having a Swifty-style boutique available for shopping if you're looking for just the right thing to wear.
Gwen.
Only because you asked me to.
Yes, I
Peggy.
did.
But I would suggest that if you're interested in oral history and interviews, try Music Inside Out, musicinsideout.org. We have wonderful interviews with Irma Thomas, with Marsha Ball, and with any number of blues artists who will, you know, blow your hair back.
You do a really great job, and I'm not just telling you that. You're very good.
Thank you.
Just a reminder. Okay. Alan.
Well, once more, I implore you to not miss Wit and Wrath, the play about Dorothy Parker of the Algonquin Round Table, a brilliant writer, poet, and a short story author. There's a lot of new material that you'll be able to see that's related specifically to World War II, culled just for this new version of the play. Again, Wit and Wrath at the World War II Museum, BB Stage Door Canteen. Go, and I will see you at the theater.
Thank you. Ben.
Yes, on November 11th, we have a Swiss-Israeli pianist, David Grillslammer, coming, and please find out more information at friendsofmusic.org.
All right, and my picks, the works of many longtime New Orleans artists are now on view at Grider Gallery on Julia Street. Look at that list. Wow. I mean, it's just amazing. And then we have just 2 to show you. Here's Mark's Front Door by Eddie Hebert. Really lovely. And Found Life by Jan Gilbert. Grider.co for more information. The Gentilly Fest is Friday through Sunday at Pontchartrain Park. You know Pontchartrain Park, don't you?
Very well.
GentillyFest.com for a full list of music acts. Holy Cross College will host the West Bank Hispanic Heritage Fest on Saturday. Food, drink, and even free dental checkups. That's a pretty good deal. And we will leave you now with more from Phil. Any Place I Hang My Hat is Home, once again by Harold Arlen. Thank you for watching. Good night.
Good night.
Why, free and easy, that's my style. Howdy doobie, watch me smile. Better fare me well me after a while. I've got to roam at any place I hang my hat is home. Sweet water and cherry wine. Thank you kindly, that suits me fine. Kansas City and Caroline, that's my honeycomb. 'Cause any place I hang my hat, it's home. Birds roosting in a tree, get up and go, the going prove that that's how it's gotta be. I pick up two when the spirit moves me. That's my honeycomb, 'cause any place I hang my hat is home. Birds roosting in a tree, get up and go, and the going proves that that's how it's gotta be. I pick up two.
Programming on WYES is made possible in part by Susie and Pierre G. Villery.
Public television is our passion. With so much content that WYES broadcasts and presents online, we are quite entertained and highly informed.
Please join us in supporting WYES.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation promotes, preserves, and perpetuates music, culture, and heritage through programs, cultural, educational, and economic activities year-round. Learn more at jazzandheritage.org. This program is brought to you in part by the Eugenie and Joseph Jones Family Foundation, a local foundation proud to support education, the arts, and culture in the greater New Orleans area. The Chicory House Bistro at the Rink offers breakfast and lunch daily. And now a new bar upstairs inside the Garden District Bookshop, 2727 Britannia Street at Washington Avenue. Learn more at therinknola.com.